Welcome to tonight's show. You're with Tom, Brian and Steve, and this is NRL from the Sidelines, and we are about to review round 4, gentlemen, of the NRL. We hope you enjoyed our review of round 3, and we're going to preview round 4.
With Manly's first win coming up.
Okay, so let's talk about that, because that first
Straight away we're going to talk about Manly winning.
Don't give up your day
Why
job,
not?
Brian.
Because you know what? It's a Thursday night game. You know what's also important? It's April Fool's Day.
Well, you could take the Mickey out of the Panthers.
So here you go. This is your opportunity, Brian.
What opportunity?
You're at Lotto Land. There's a plus.
You're gonna be the biggest April Fool, I think.
I think Nathan Cleary's coming back, and Des named the same team
Again.
Did he have a choice?
Well,
I think he does have a choice. Look, you remember at the start of the year I was saying to you guys, hey, when is he going to bring in this young kid, Josh Schuster?
Yep.
How good has he been going? He's not even a back rower.
No.
Like, let's get some of these young guys in there.
Yep.
what do you think is in Desi's mind, though? Because he's watching Dylan Walker at fullback, and everybody's saying he's not a fullback. He's a great centre. Let's throw him back in the
I think
centre.
there's a degree course out there. What's going on inside Desi Hasler's mind?
There's got to be something out there.
I don't know. Look, I don't understand. And we bought Josh Aloiai from the Tigers with much fanfare and much angry, and he's sitting on the bench. Like I don't understand. I don't understand at all. But that's okay. I'm not the coach.
In Des you trust.
And we have to pick a margin for this game.
I already have.
Is it under 30?
Yes, because I'm optimistic.
Barely.
Oh boy.
So Brian, you're gonna support your team, and
No.
you're gonna pick.
I'm picking the Panthers. I'm a realist, Steve.
Panthers by.
You are so disloyal.
Panthers by.
I want to say 18.
Will the Seagulls score?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
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 How many?
Well, that's the problem.
6.
Because if I'm saying we score 6, which is like one try.
6 tries. Oh, okay.
One try. That means the Panthers
score 24.
That's okay, considering how the Panthers have been demolishing teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't see. I think you're extremely disloyal, but I can't see.
You think I'm disloyal?
Even getting close. Yes, I do.
No, you know what? I'm a realist, and I know I'm looking at this team, and I'm going, there's not a lot there.
You know, I've worked you out. You've learnt from Sally. Sally picks against Melbourne.
Yeah.
And Melbourne win.
Yeah, but that's the difference. Sally picks against Melbourne, and they actually win.
All right, Tom, where are you going?
Yeah, I'll have to go with the Panthers.
Oh, what a surprise.
I'm going Panthers as well.
How much?
The margin?
Oh, gee, it could get ugly.
Come on, what do you reckon?
24 points.
24. That's not much. That's only 6 more.
And I worry whether Seagulls will actually score.
I think the margin's more like 30. I'll be honest with you.
Well, we're going to score at least 2 tries. So you're saying it's going to be 42-12.
Yes.
Well, if they're capable.
This could be the first 50-pointer. Is it? Probably.
Yeah. Well,
All
if that isn't, let's look at the next game.
Okay, yeah, Stadium Australia on Good Friday, which is always a great game on Good Friday, where the Canterbury Bulldogs are playing the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
You're going to this game.
I'm going to this game.
How much is South's going to win by?
30?
Oh, geez, that's
No,
a
I
bit
don't-
soft
no, I
on your team.
No, I don't think
Where's your support?
Yeah, I think they could easily score.
Yeah, look, Souths are going to win this one easy. Although, hey, Souths lost to the Dogs last year, a couple of games before the semis. So, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, it depends on whether
they
believe their press or not.
And I'll tell you why it's going to happen, because the only player, the heart and soul of the tackling of the Bulldogs is Josh Jackson, and he's suspended.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So beware.
Add 10 points then.
Whoa, 40.
Yes.
This could be our first 50-point game.
Yeah, you said this could be the joke around.
Yeah, I did. I picked my joker this round.
Oh, did you?
Because
Actually, you're
the game coming up is
at Amy Park. Well, we think it's going to be at Amy Park. They're talking about maybe doing a double header at Stadium Australia for Melbourne and Broncos.
But they have not COVID problems, have they?
Brisbane does.
Brisbane does, and they're not sure they can get Brisbane into
Yeah.
Victoria.
Yeah,
So, and because Brisbane are going to land here anyway, they might just stay.
Yeah.
Might bring this game up here. So,
So,
Will that make a difference, do you think?
yeah, if the first game isn't 50 and the second game isn't 50, this game will be 50.
I don't think so. I don't think the Storm can score that freely like a Rabbitohs or a Panthers. Honestly, I don't think.
I tell you what,
they can.
if Pappenhausen's back,
He is.
Munster's back.
He is.
I'm sorry, they can score. They can score easily against a Broncos team who admittedly struggled against the Dogs until
2-0.
the second half.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to Storm.
Yeah,
No
me too.
surprise.
Oh, we're all unanimous so far.
We are. Okay.
All right.
Sunshine Coast Stadium, where the Cronulla Sharks are playing North Queensland Cowboys.
This won't be 50.
Will the Sharks have 17 players they can put on the field? Or 13?
Yeah, of course.
Well, he's hoping.
Well, their reserves listed are Franklin Pele, Neen McDonald, Andrew Fafita, and I don't know how to pronounce the last fella's name.
But it's a decent reserve list.
Well, that's the reserves, not the interchange bench. That's the blokes who aren't going to get a run.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they'll have their 17, and I think they'll do all right.
Yeah, the Sharks will win.
Wow. So far, we're...
And you?
Oh, I'm going Sharks.
All right. Now, a bit of a challenge for
Now
you.
the challenge. Okay, let's go to Seabus Super Stadium, where the Titans are playing the Raiders.
Tough game, this one.
Yeah. Now the Raiders' injuries, they've lost Tarpany. He's got a high ankle sprain. The other two blokes will depend on their HIA protocols. And how angry Ricky is this week.
Logged me out.
Can I ask, how impressed were you with the Titans last week as a team? Fafita played well.
Yeah.
Tino played well.
I think they played against nobody though.
Yeah, they played against a team that didn't offer a lot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, they've got some big guns, and they finally showed those guns what they can do.
But they also dropped a lot of ball. I wasn't overly impressed with the way they played. I thought that their structure still isn't there. And they will struggle against the Raiders.
I think this will be a tight game.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Raiders, but close.
And Ricky will have the Raiders revved up for this one.
Yeah, but the Titans at home. Oh,
I'm going to go the Titans by a couple.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm on the Raiders by 4.
Yeah, I'm on the Raiders as well, but you're right, it won't be a lot. McDonald Jones Stadium, where the Newcastle Knights are playing St George Illawarra. Can this be 2 in a row for St George?
No matter how much confidence they got out of that game, the Knights will win.
No Ben Hunt. He'll be a big loss, considering that he's actually playing some decent footy.
This will be 3 in a row for St George if they win.
Yeah.
So Barry, what do you reckon? Post it on Facebook. Tell us what you think.
Jeez,
I think I'm going to have to go the Knights at home. They'll be hurt. They'll be smarting, and they'll be trying to clean up some of the stuff that they did wrong this week.
I think Blake Green coming back will be his first match back. I think that he's going to be a good foil.
Where's he going to play?
Well, he's coming off the bench, but you can imagine Kurt Mann slotting somewhere into the centres and you know, Blake Green coming back into 5'8".
Yeah, okay.
It just adds. He adds a calmness.
For sure.
All right, so I'm on the Knights,
Yeah, Knights for me.
and I'd be certain if Bradman Best was playing.
If Ben Hunt was playing, I'd actually be going Dragons.
I might too, but I can't see with.
Well, he's not
with
going to
Ben
because he's got
No.
broken legs.
No.
And no Jack Bird either, by the way, because he was suspended for a
And he deserved what he got.
deserved more.
He certainly did, because there were 2 incidents in that one movement, swinging arm and then a stomp.
Okay, let's go on to Sydney Roosters playing the Warriors at Sydney Cricket Ground on Saturday evening.
Now this could be a flip of a coin. There's so much unknowns here.
Yeah.
Sam Walker gets his debut.
Suwali hasn't been named.
No, he was in the reserves. Had they put Manu into the halves or Teddy into the halves and moved Manu to fullback, Suwali probably would have played in the centres. But they've gone with Drew Hutchinson, who's not he's not a standout player, but he's solid. And I think they're just probably going with his experience, his knowledge of the position, to take some of the pressure off Sam Walker. Otherwise, you would have had Walker and Teddy or Walker and Manu untested. They're untested halves.
Yeah.
with a new rookie half. But by all accounts, Sam Walker's just playing the house down for the North Sydney Bears. Absolutely killing it.
Except when they played Manly. We tromped all over them.
Well,
But none of those blokes can get a run in first grade, so... Sorry, a bit of a gripe there.
I have to go to the Roosters, but I don't do it with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I think the Roosters. I'm going the Roosters. I know that it's, you've got your young halves and, Freddie Lussick's.
He had a pretty off game.
Yeah.
He wasn't great.
Oh, yeah. He's still one up on our hooker.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
Yeah, look, that Warriors forward pack, though, it's a monsters. They're monsters.
They are.
If they could be consistent,
Yeah.
I'd be comfortable picking them. But I just don't see the consistency in the Warriors to really pick them week in, week out. Especially against someone like the Roosters, who, again, are going to be hurting, but geez, they still have a lot of star power in that team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Victor Radley comes back. That's a big in.
Yes.
He is a big in.
Yep.
Victor Radley.
So I'm on the Roosters.
Yeah, I am too.
Wow.
Already said.
No, okay.
I'm on the
I
Roosters.
just
All right.
want to double check you weren't going Warriors. That's
No.
all.
All right, continuing on.
Stadium Australia on Monday afternoon, where the Tigers are playing the Parramatta Eels.
Now, Moses might or might not be back. They didn't lose anybody else, did they, the Eels?
No.
No.
Yeah, look, I think the Eels will be too classy for the Tigers.
Yeah.
I actually think this is a danger game for the Eels.
Yes, I agree, but I think the Eels will be too classy.
Yeah. Matheson's back. He adds a heap of attack to the Eels.
Yeah.
I'm going Eels.
And Gutherson is just playing out of his skin.
Yeah.
Fantastic. He is killing it.
I don't say that to rub it in. He's been there 6 years. He's more an eel now than he ever was.
No.
A Seal.
You know,
Yes.
Latrell's on the top of the Dally M's.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
And
And
rightly so.
rightly so. I mean, deservedly so.
So-
but
so-
Gutherson wouldn't be far behind. I would.
You're on the Eels?
Yeah, I'm the Eels.
I'm on the fence.
Oh, come on. No, drop your fence. Which way? Make a call, Steve. Everyone's
No,
out there
I'm-
needs to know.
I'm on the Eels.
So,
Barely.
And you?
Eels.
Yeah. Okay.
So therefore, all of the games, we've had one different pick between all of us.
And that was
Some knucklehead thought
the
that...
Knights. That's the
Yeah.
Knights and Dragons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, you went Raiders. I went Titans.
Yeah.
So there's two
Yeah.
games. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. You can't,
You're the
can't help
knucklehead.
me wrong. All right.
All right. So
Yes.
I want to now have a quick chat about injuries.
Mhm.
There were so many games last weekend where there were injuries.
Yeah.
And I want this conversation to lead on to the 18th man. But let's start with the injuries. There was a whole bunch of them. There were knees, there were HIAs,
Yep.
and others.
Yep.
Predominantly, I guess, knees.
Knees and HIAs.
And HIAs.
Yeah. A couple of ankles.
Is this a result, do you believe it's a result of the game speeding up? Or more time in play? Is this a result of the new rules?
See,
I don't know.
I personally don't think so. I'm watching the game, and what I see as a result of the new rules is that little bit of sloppiness in play at the back end of games when players are getting a little bit tighter. But I don't see it as the game itself and the speed of the game causing these kind of problems. So you had in the Panthers Storm game, Cameron Munster amazingly got away with a hip drop that injured Spencer Luai's leg. He's back, but he went off in that match. There's lots of head knocks, but it's a body contact sport.
Mind you, he
and-
did take somebody out, Spencer Linu, earlier on in the game.
If all things being even,
Yeah.
I mean, these are big guys.
Yeah.
And I admit the game has sped up, but I don't think that it's contributing to injuries. You get a 110 kilo monster like, somebody like an Adam Fanoa-Black running into a 130 kilo Nelson Afasola Mola or whatever his name is, the Melbourne fella. What's his name, Tom?
Safa Solomona.
Bang! You're gonna have some collateral damage.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's in the first minute or the 80th minute.
The
That's
other
just gonna
argument
happen.
people put up is that we had a shortened pre-season and
Yep.
we only had one trial, and notably that they say that statistically there are more injuries in the trials pre-season, and since there was only one trial, some of those injuries have now occurred later, where in the trials, admittedly, you don't play at 100%. And so people have hit the ground running in the first couple of weeks, and that may have led to the injuries.
And that makes a lot of sense.
But look at Kiri. I mean, Kiri was in the middle of nowhere, didn't touch anybody, and his leg just blew out. Same happened with Radley last year.
Pick a club, not one of our clubs, another club, any club.
St George.
All right, let's just go and have a look. I know we haven't done this. This is not planned. Where are you?
Maybe we should have.
No. St George. Here's the St George injury list, official from the NRL. Jaden Sullivan, hamstring.
Yep.
That was done pre-NRL season. Jack Bird, suspended. Nothing to do with the game. Ben Hunt, leg. Well, he copped a broken leg. Ken McGuinness, knee. Pre-season training. Jack DeBellin still stood down. That's their injury list. So realistically, you've got one player who was hurt in a pre-season game.
Just move down a fraction more. Sydney Roosters, have a look at that.
That's all right. We've got as many players out. That's why I didn't want to pick one of our clubs.
Massive.
So I don't think that it's contributing to the player injuries.
The Raiders' injuries were in the first 16 minutes.
Yeah, so it can't be fatigue.
Can't be fatigue.
Yep.
It can't be the game being faster.
The two blokes hit each other. It was friendly fire, so you can't blame anything.
And that's always going to happen anyway. I mean, that happens every single game. So look, I think with the HIAs, what it is that we're finding that because they're pulling more of them up now, you've only got to have a head knock with a player. Where before they'd say just get up and keep playing.
Yeah.
Now they're dragging everybody off. There's always going to look like there's more.
100%.
Okay, so let's talk about the solution to it. Is the 18th man a solution to these problems?
I don't understand the situation enough to be able to make a...
Well, the NRL's come out and said you can have an 18th man. They have to be part of your development squad. So not first grade ready.
No, so there's no manipulation to try and
get but still the problem is not first grade ready.
So risk injury.
Strange, yes.
And there's got to be 3 HIAs in the game.
So it's going to be limited.
I'm sorry, I can't think of a single game at the moment where there's been 3 HIA players out.
I think if you had 2, you should be able to use it.
Yeah, but still, we're talking about a player in the development squad. We're not talking about. You know, I was thinking I'd love to go back to the old days where there was your under 23s reserve grade, first grade, and you copped a couple of HIAs, and you had to bring in a bloke who played in reserve grade.
Yeah.
That would have been that would have been a perfect solution.
Yeah, except now you only have one game on the day, and you can't do that. But let me offer another solution. What do you think about just having an 18th man? What about having 5 players?
So extending.
Just have an bigger bench. 5 players, not 4 players.
No, don't like it.
Why?
I think I like the fact that the game has gotten.
You like the attrition rate?
Yeah, I like the attrition. I like the fact that a bloke like Matt Duffy, maybe not this year, but next year, despite his size, he's still going to be able to play. You know, we were looking at a game 10 years ago that a lot of players couldn't play because they just weren't big enough.
They get monstered by these fresh players coming off the bench all the time.
It still amazes me. Mitchell Pearce is 5 kilos heavier than his father. Mitchell Pearce is a halfback, and his father was a legendary lock.
Yeah,
you know, it's really hard to justify. You know,
look at the size of the wingers these days.
Oh yeah,
Mike Acevo, as an example. Yeah,
100 kilo bloke bearing down on you. I'll tell you. Anyway, so that's my thoughts on that.
What do you think,
now?
Steve?
I actually wouldn't mind seeing an extra player on the bench. I think that will solve this problem. But you know what? We get to the point where 5 players get injured. We have the same conversation, and we want 6, and we want 7. And, I know.
Yep.
All right. Can I ask one question without notice?
Yes, you can.
I know that it's geez.
Oh, geez.
State of origin, eligibility, gents. It's come up again.
We haven't got long enough for that, honestly.
No. My answer to that is...
Quick answer.
Leave it alone. You can't bring in international players into this. This is a state of origin. We have international games.
Thank you, Steve.
And as somebody said, state of origin is the breeding ground for the Australian team.
Well, it's actually not. It
should be though.
Supposed to.
All right.
That was, I think, one of the intentions of state of origin.
All right. I must admit, I'm with these two for this one and only time. I think knuckleheads.
It was on you. You were going to say.
I don't know what I was going to say. I think the fact that they want to bring in non-Australian players to play in state of origin, I would be tempted if they relax the rules and let blokes like like Brandon Smith and Jason Tamalolo play, I'm out. I don't think I even want to watch it. It's nothing more than a glorified let's pick the best players.
And as somebody said the other night, if 50% of the players in first grade are Polynesian now, one argument is, well, that means that half the players are ineligible for state of origin. Well, big deal. If you then allow them to play, that means that a lot of players who are not Polynesian, who can play for their country, will actually leave out players who will never make the Australian team, but will make origin. And that I think that's an issue as well.
I don't.
So why not
ridiculous.
have a Polynesian state of origin?
Well, they do. They have Tonga and Samoa.
Exactly, which is going back to my point.
So they're saying about having that around origin but also it's got to be financially viable as well, because Tonga were playing for nothing in the last World Cup. So they've got to work out the finances.
All right, thank you, gents.
Go onto our Facebook page and please post if you disagree with what we're talking about, or you want to make a statement, a comment. Please do.
Who would disagree with us? No one.
Ryan, I disagree with you.
Not for this particular case.
No, not.
Gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the show. You got anything intelligent you want to end with?
Yes, first win this season. Go Manly.
Take your medication.
Yeah,
seriously.
April Fool. Remember that,
I couldn't be more happier if we got up. But yeah,
I am looking forward to seeing Sam Walker and see how he goes in first grade. Looking forward to that. Should be exciting.
Yeah.
And Steve?
I'm looking forward to actually getting to a game.
I'm jealous.
To get to a game. Badly. And I'm not even sure whose home game this is, but against the Dogs. But I'm going to go anyway. Thank you for watching. This is NRL from the Sidelines, and we will do this all again next week. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.